So welcome back to another art studio vlog. The weather in the UK today is absolutely beautiful. So today should be an admin day, and usually my lovely friend and assistant, and actually she's also my Kung Fu instructor, so I have to be really nice to her. My friend Amanda is usually working in the studio with me on a Saturday, and she does lots of admin for me while I do some painting. She can't make it today because obviously her family are a bit younger than mine, and so she has Easter things to do. For myself, I don't really take any notice of Easter, I just carry on working. I normally take Sunday and Monday off anyway, so I did work a little bit yesterday. It doesn't seem any point to me taking Easter off because really everybody else has got Easter off, and when you're self-employed you can pretty much arrange your time off and your hours to suit yourself. That's not to say that I can just get up any day and take the day off, because I've often got teaching and other commitments, but you know, I can still organise my time and my holidays as I want them. And so for me to take Easter off when everybody else is taking Easter off, it's just pretty pointless. I'm not worried about Easter eggs. You know, I'm an adult. If I want to eat chocolate, I'll just buy some chocolate and I eat the chocolate. I'm not religious, as you know, as most of the majority of people in the UK are not. And as for the traditional leg of lamb, I have not eaten meat for 30 years. So, you know, Easter's not really got a huge amount of interest for me. It's really nice that the weather's good, and I'll probably try and attack my hugely weedy garden tomorrow. So today, like I said, I would normally be doing admin. I'm going to do a little bit of admin, and I am going to sneak off down the gym later on because unfortunately, Easter or not, I have been eating too much chocolate, and you know, time to pay the price really. So this week I had a really busy week. One of the things I did was yesterday I made a YouTube video, a longer one, about cerulean blue. So cerulean is one of my favourite watercolour pigments, and I've made a whole video for you on how to use it and how to mix it with other different colours. Now, because of Good Friday, I don't have regular Friday classes this week, but I did teach at Tyndall's Art Shop in Colchester, Essex on Wednesday. So I taught a one-day course, and the title of the course was Sunset Seascapes. Now that's a subject that I often choose if I have to go and demonstrate to an art club. They frequently insist that I work on an easel. Now, as a watercolourist, I don't like easels because the paint drips, they're not useful. You know, you don't make painting harder by adding gravity. But sometimes you go to art clubs and they have a camera on your work so you can work flat, and they project it onto a screen. Now that has its own difficulties, to be honest. Some of them like you to work on an easel, in which case I do pick a subject that's sort of fairly easy to do with fairly broad strokes. So that's what I was teaching people on Wednesday. We didn't use easels, but we did learn all about sunset seascapes. I'll put a little picture of the class up for you. So it was a busy class. We had 13 people, and it was very hot because we were upstairs in the art shop. But it was great, and I got a few new sign-ups via email list. So, you know, all went well there. Now, on Thursday, I was stewarding at the Society of East Anglian Watercolourists exhibition just up the road in Long Melford. Now, most art societies, when they arrange exhibitions, all the members chip in. So even if you're not sort of on the committee or something like that, you're often expected to do at least 1 day's or half day's stewarding, whereby you man the exhibition and take payments and such like. So I actually have chosen to do 2 stewarding days, and that's because they have a rather good good way of working, in which they offer you the chance to bank stewarding days. Now, Long Melford is only about 8 minutes drive up the road from me. It's just on the edge of Sudbury, so it's a really easy place for me to get to. Some of the East Anglian watercolours exhibitions, you know, they cover a huge area, and some of them might be up the top end of Norfolk. So by doing 2 days in this exhibition, I can bank one of those against a future exhibition whereby I might be a little bit further away. I might have already had to go up there on the hanging day and had to go up there again to collect my work, so I probably don't want to do another day up there. So by banking exhibition stewarding days, I can carry those forward. So it was really, it's a nice venue. It's a fairly quiet venue. We didn't have a lot of footfall, but even on the first day, we sold a couple of originals and quite a lot of cards. Some of my students came in to say hello, so that was lovely, and I'll be there again next Wednesday. I also chose to demonstrate, and I've been working on my my little painting of Gainsborough house. Now, I would much rather be working on massive sort of exciting flower paintings or architecture or something like that, but one has to be realistic, and we have the Sudbury Summer Art Show coming up, and not only am I organiser, but of course I have to put some work in. So the work that I'm choosing to do for this one, I'm choosing to do some little pen and wash local views. So I started with Gainsborough. I will do a proper video for you and show you how to use the dip pen and the ink. So basically, dip pen and ink is a little bit different to working in a liner pen, in that the ink stays wet for some time, so you can get a brush and sort of pull the ink across. And what this means is that you can get a huge amount of shadows dropped in just with the ink, and so that when you come to the watercolour really is very quick and easy. Now, one of the reasons that I offer to demonstrate at exhibitions is just extra working time. You know, if I'm going to be there all day, and there will be times when it's fairly quiet, I do find locally to here, I don't know what it's like elsewhere in the world, possibly varies depending on temperature and things like that. But certainly in England, you get most of the sales in the morning and at lunchtimes with exhibitions. It kind of, you know, late morning it gets very busy, and first thing it's busy. You get a little bit of a lull around sort of 12, 1 o'clock, and then you get a few people in after lunch, and then it's pretty much quiet for the rest of the day. So if I'm going to be there, and if there's not anything to do, then I want to be working, because I have a huge amount of commitments this year. I need to spend every second I can producing artwork. I don't get to paint anywhere near as much as I would like. It's my long-time ambition that I can employ someone full-time to help me with admin, which I just can't afford at the moment. But that's the long-term ambition. But in the meantime, most of the work's got to be done by me, and I have to squeeze the artwork in where I can. It's entirely my own fault, because I've got involved in running exhibitions and doing illustrative work and designing art materials and colour mixing posters and lots of other things. So it's my own fault, but I just like working hard, so I take lots on. So I hope you've enjoyed that little look into my working week. And on this channel you'll find lots of other vlogs like this, so you can just see what a professional artist does from day to day. Of course, there's no actual sort of formula for how to work as an artist, and there are luckily, you know, there are dozens of ways of earning a living as an artist, and I've chosen maybe an unusual one, I don't know. But that's what you'll find on this channel. You'll also find loads of things like watercolour tips and techniques, loads of colour mixing videos, because watercolours and particularly colour mixing are my speciality. And I also put up a few business and social media training videos for artists. So if you're sort of looking to push your own work out there, that was a Freudian slip, wasn't it? If you're looking to push your own work out there, then hopefully you'll find some of those very, very useful, and you can avoid making some of the mistakes that I made when I was starting out. So do subscribe to the channel, and you can watch another video right now.